In this video, we are going to be assembling the Mach Frame. This is an FA chassis. Beautiful Tamiya four-wheel drive. Yeah, it was the 2018 design contest award winner. This is from the Rev series. Yeah, I don't know. This is a very iconic body style, and it's got the front end motor, so it's a very popular one for things like B-Max especially. This is 3:5:1 gear ratio. Got super hard tires. Yeah, not a lot of complaints about this one. A lot of people love it. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna build it. Got everything set out here, not so much by choice, but I forgot to record the sound. But I did want to do it like this because I feel like building it as opposed to getting everything out is much faster, and maybe I can do it in one take, so we'll see. These are the stickers. We'll be using a couple of them, but not all of them. Here's the body over here. It's in 4 pieces. It's a really cool body. Stickers are quite nice, but I think we're gonna do this a little bit of a hint right here. Get the colors over here. Get the model over here. So if you know what that is, let me know. And if you'd prefer this style over the actual full unboxing, please let me know. I do an unboxing short, so it is what it is. Okay, so I guess now let's get into it. First things first, what I would like to do is just put in the bearings, just to get that out of the way. Just pop those in over here. And then we can get the gears. So in the front, this is the front side. We get the yellow one, goes in the little groove, and then the orange. And we'll put the orange one in the back too. And we got the shaft that goes down underneath this little black bar. And then over that to this side. Okay, what can we do next? Let's get the tires on. Actually, before that, we need to put this on here, the on-off switch. So it just goes into that little hole, and it's kind of like an arrow-looking part on this side. That's the actual switch part. So we'll get that down eventually. I guess when you do one take, you don't really get the chance to do these perfectly. Boom. It went in the first time, but of course. Okay. Now we can put on the tires. Nice and slow. This isn't a speed competition. And do the same for the front as well. So for this one, I'm going to be building it up and then taking it apart, or maybe even just using another FMA chassis to do the premium build. I haven't quite decided, but I'm pretty sure that's what is going to happen, because I'd rather have the chassis itself be black than this gray color. And get this in here. Alright, it ended up not being uncut. Okay. Now that the little one's taken care of, We're good to go, and this doesn't want to go in yet. I was having a lot of trouble with this the first time I built this too. Not sure why, but it just goes around this little nub here. So that sits down there in the bottom, and then we have this little cover here for the gear and all that this stuff in the back. So yeah, don't do what I just did, and make sure that this rounded part goes over the gear, and that just sits down and locks in. Next we'll do the gear here. Might hear a cat in the background. It can be kind of noisy sometimes. I just slip that in, so this part is the part with the little nub is on the back side, and then you slip it into this little hole, and on top of that goes the gear cover. So this one, there's a little indent right there, and this part right here goes underneath that and then just snaps down. And now all of that is in place. So we'll take the motor next, put the little cap on there, and then there for the battery. And just slide it in this little groove, and then you kind of lay it down on top of it. Oops. Not like that. And then push down. And you get a little bit of a click when you do that. And line up the flat part here with the flat part of the motor. So you can either remember it by the flat part there, or these metal pieces need to touch these metal pieces. There we go. So for this one, this spinny part needs to go underneath the shaft, and then it just sits right down. And now we can put the cover for the motor. It clicks down nice. So you can really see the difference between the gray and the black when you got the this glossy black right next to it. All right, and then we have a cover for the motor as well on the top. So this also just pops right in. And then we have the case for the battery. And last part, you don't have to do this one, but it just helps the motor stay in, is get a screw and screw down the gear cover. Because it does kind of just like slide to the side to get it out. So this isn't essential, but I think it will help. And then we'll get this part, the front brake. Line that up and then grab a screw. Screw that down on both sides. Very good. And then the brake will be the same. And just line these up, grab a screw. That cat's really noisy today. Okay. So yeah, and we are very close to being done. So as you can see, it really only takes about 10 minutes to put the whole thing together, especially once you've done it a few times and you know exactly where everything goes. So for the back, we got these high rollers. We just need to put the screw in and then the roller, and then on top of that you have a washer, and that goes in the very back corner. I don't know why it feels really dark in here today. If the video is a bit dark, let me know. I've been thinking about getting lights. I just have the one like book light that I use on my desk. I used it when I was learning how to tattoo. So I felt like it was going to be bright enough. But sometimes I do feel like I could use a ring light or something. Maybe just change the color of it. I don't know. I could also compare it to other videos. Maybe some of the setting of it was hit or something like that too. But yeah, there are spots that you need to put, you're supposed to put grease, like on the gears. Probably should have mentioned that. But yeah, where the gears touch, you're gonna want to put grease. And then it says to put grease on the rollers, but I feel like the plastic rollers spin better without grease, so that's just an observation I've had. I don't know if there's any actual scientific reasoning behind that. Maybe it's smoother with grease, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Well, I guess technically I am. Okay, so now that we have all of these rollers put in, so I feel like that spins much better than when it's greased up. But there we have the 11-minute FMA chassis, fully complete. All you need right now is batteries. And then we have the Mach Frame, like the actual frame. Let me see if I remember how to put this together. I think this goes here first, and that just plops down in the top. This one has hooks, like so, and clips down too. And this part just pops in the back too. And like any other body, you just slip it on. And got the catch for it. And there we go. Your 12-minute FMA chassis build with the body. No stickers though. So, in the next video what we're going to do is we're going to do the budget build, which will be disassembling a lot of this stuff and putting on our budget plates, dampers, stuff like that. So ideally I would like the kit and all of that to be less than maybe 20 or 30 bucks, and then we'll get all the nice carbon and rollers with like bearings and stuff. Even though I'm becoming a big fan of some of these plastic plastic rollers, like these ones. I feel like these work really, really good, and they're much cheaper than something like these. So we can test both of them out and see how they run. And there we go. So if you like this video, if you want to see more builds, unboxing, stock builds too, because a lot of people do race just stock cars. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.